Hi, this is Kevin with KGMJAM, owner of Pro Advertisers Club, a totally free site to advertise. Go to proadvertisersclub.com and join for free today and start advertising for free. Okay, Marvel Annual is coming to Pack Wars on 5/24/22. This is Upper Deck email. I belong to it. They give out a free pack every day if you just go and log in, but they're not NFTs. They're the old school, pack cards where they've been digitalized, and then they'll mail you, when you so choose, the physical ones. But you got to buy it online first. You can buy the boxes online, and then they can mail it to you. So you'll have two copies, one digital, one regular. So not NFTs, but pretty popular. Uh, but just because, and this is what I'm going to talk about tonight, just because these people are doing this, don't mean they're going to go to NFTs. And I've been talking about it for the last, actually for months, but especially in the last few videos, because I'm trying to figure it out. What's it going to take to get mainstream? And there's hardly, when it comes to comparison to mainstream, it's not even registrable, the amount of people that are actually in the NFTs and crypto, even though they're household names. The actual numbers are staggering. Okay, NASCAR has 75 million fans, 75 million fans and growing. But they put out 1,000 Dale Earnhardt Jr. NFTs, and you can get them for $10, $15. 75 million fans does not mean they're going to like NFTs. Not yet, anyway. Because most of those 75 millions, if not all, don't see any need for NFTs. They don't even see any need for crypto. They don't trust it. They don't. We see stuff, or we think we see stuff, but the only thing they hear is bad stuff. So it's, again, the time frame. How long is it going to take for people to realize this is the future and I gotta have it? That's the $1 million question, because it could be 5 years, 10 years. It took Bitcoin 10 years to get towards that, when it was selling for pennies. Nobody wanted it. I worked in a pizza place, and I remember the guy talking about it. This ain't the story where the guy bought Bitcoin with pizza, but I distinctly remember having the conversation. The guy was into crypto. I should have listened to him. I wished I would have, because he was mining Bitcoin. And I'll never forget that conversation, and even more now. It was very interesting at the time, because the other guy started talking about biblical times and da da da. It was a very interesting conversation. That's why I remember it. And of course, when Bitcoin got bigger and bigger, it just stuck in my head. But again, 75 million fans, and you can't. You got 1,000 limited edition Dale Earnhardt Jr., one of the most popular racers in the world, and they don't sell. Besides to people, us, the inside crowd, or whatever you want to call us. The whales have left. The flippers can't flip, so it's pretty much now just the hodlers and maybe some stragglers here or there. But I believe it's the future, and I believe this is not financial advice. This is me on risk. This is for entertainment purposes only. But the question is, I got two of them now. I keep saying the time frame. I thought I was on the wave and was going to ride it right into the beach, and then the wave just dissipated. And now I don't know how long. I know it's going to the beach. I just don't know how long it's going to take. None of us do. Not even the developers do. But when it does, for those of us who were able to survive this and not go bankrupt and got a hold of some good stuff and sat on it, it's going to be a very beautiful day when that happens. I do believe that's going to happen. First off, hold on, I got two of this right here that dropped tomorrow on Veve, which this is actually a video about Veve, though I'm hardly going to talk about them. 10,000 mint, so it's going to be a little bit harder to get, but worth it. West Coast. This is way after my comic reading time. I stopped reading comics in the probably 79, 80, which I think were the best 5 years of comics for Marvel. And anybody from that time period know exactly what I'm talking about. Not that there's other good ones, but then I didn't pick it up again until I was trucking, and I came across a site called Marvel Unlimited, which they were digitalizing all their comics. And because I had nothing else to do in the truck stops, I signed on and started reading the comics again. But I haven't caught. I'm still back in the '60s, '70s. I haven't caught up to this yet. Um, so let's go over to uh, DraftKings. I just talked about them the other night because of uh, their what do you call it? The Rainmakers fantasy football drops. Now, this is a platform that is actually I'm really impressed with. You might not get that if you go listen to Discord. There's a lot of FUD, a lot of whiners and complainers, but these guys. Remember, I go look at other sites to see what it's going to be like on Veve, and there's three companies now on DraftKings. DraftKings themselves, Memorabilia, and or Melabilla or whatever it's called, and then Autograph, of course. And DraftKings is putting out their own, and they're not so much concentrating on putting out, it's artwork, but they're not, they're more concentrated. Their game plan seems to be their NFTs are going to have utility for their gambling side of the house, their fantasy and the sport books. Because if you own any of these DraftKings, that's not DraftKings. This is Draft. I'll separate them for you in a second here. But if you own them, you get free contest. I've gotten about $300 worth of free contests in the last 2 months, and I'm not a big time gambler. I'm really small time. Like I'll put a quarter in, a dollar. But people who do this all the time for a living are going to see that, wow, once they understand it, and DraftKings, because they really didn't announce what they're doing. They just kind of hinted at it. So, because maybe they really don't know exactly what they're going to do, but I've been getting free entries. For the weekend, I got two $25 entries to the golf game, and I came in right dead last because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm picking golfers, but it was kind of fun to pick. It's a fantasy. You pick 6 golfers, and if you place, you place. The top, the 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 worst you could have gotten was $40 if you placed in the top 28,000. And there's 110,000 people, I think, that played, and I came in dead last on both of them. So I didn't win anything. But now the basketball one, I got 4 tickets because I own 4 of their cards, and I won in 3 of the 4. I was winning in all 4, and then in the last 30 seconds, somebody did something in the game, and it fell out. So I won $4 in each one. So what is that, $12? I know it's not a lot, but it could have been a lot because the first place in the golf tournament was $1,000,000. The first place in the basketball was 10,000 or 5,000, something like that. So the people who are playing this all the time are going to say, hey, I need to get these NFTs. And guess what? There's only 150 of these. There's only 900 of these. When people start to realize that is when shit's going to hit the fan. I don't know how long it's going to take for that. When they realize I got to have it. And DraftKings is doing a great job of trying to get that done. It hasn't happened yet, no, but they're doing a great job. This is what they dropped today. Actually, it's Autograph, dropping it with DraftKings, and it's the 2022 Indianapolis 500 mystery driver container. Okay, and it's only $50, which is not bad at all. And there's only 1,089. Now remember, there's 75 million fans. So on paper, there's not enough to go around. But either they don't know about it, all the 75 million people, just us who keep coming to the site know about it. Because as of right now, let's go join the drop. And it is 10:42 at night on May 23rd, I believe. And let's see how many is left out of 1,089. And I'm not pinning this on DraftKings. I'm not pinning this on NFTs. I'm pinning this on just it's especially with everything so bad, everything's hitting at once, but it's the reality of the market. 635 remain. Not, they haven't even gotten rid of half of them yet. For a fan base of 75 million. And I guarantee you, like I bought two, so the ones they did sold are less than 300 people, maybe 200, bought them all up, and going to buy the rest of them. Who knows? Now, this will sell out in the next day or so. And here's another big question mark. This would have sold out on Veve in a second, in a half a second. So it's not the brand, and it's not DraftKings per se, because all the other platforms I do are the same way. They drop stuff. Terra Virtua, if you've ever been over to their site, they're based out of the UK, a beautiful site. They got a showroom that blows everybody else away, but they can't sell out. They drop comics for $6.99 of 1,000 mint, of 150 mint. They can't sell out. But on Veve, 10,000 will be gone in half a second. 30,000 is gone in a second. 80,000, maybe 5 seconds. Go figure that one out. So anyway, so what's in this container? This is what I'm talking about this tonight, because I can't wait till Veve's doing this, and they are. When Veve starts doing this kind of stuff, when they start throwing utility into all their NFTs, which remember, they proved to us that they can turn it on and off whenever they want. They turned it on with the DeLorean, or they turned it off with the DeLorean, and then they turned it back on. And I know that they gave us some excuse of why that is. That's fine. But what it proved to me was that whenever they want, they can turn this shit on and off. Excuse my language. On and off. They can turn it on and off. So that means potentially every NFT on Veve is got utility. Okay. Now again, I can't prove anything to you that it is. I just kind of proved that they proved that they could turn it on and off if they so choose. So imagine when Disney starts doing utility, if ever, on the golden moments, or any of their other stuff. It's an exciting time if you kind of see it like I do. I don't know, maybe you don't. But anyway, so what are you getting in this container? Let's go check this out. This is mind-blowing. I'm not a NASCAR fan. I'm not even part of that 75 million people. I mean, I know Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jimmy Gordon, or Jimmy Johnson, and I recognize a few of the other names. But okay, they're giving to 500 season ticket holders. Now this is cool. This is how they're going to start attracting that 75 million. They're giving 500 people who own tickets to the Indianapolis 500 a code where they can come to DraftKings or Autographed and turn it in for collectible NFT. That's great. That's the kind of stuff that Disney did with their Marvel's Unlimited, when they sent us promos that we could go turn in to get that free $1,000 comic book. I just read the other day, somebody's online complaining that Disney never gives away anything. They gave away $50,000 in comics. Or no, it was 5,000 times 1,000. So $500,000, whatever it is, was a lot of money. Now the comic's going for the floor price is 800, but some of them are worth a lot more than 1,000. So this is a good way to get people who don't want to do it. Think of the NASCAR guy or girl, because women, it says it right here. Why women love NASCAR. And I got a sister-in-law that loves NASCAR, and her mom. So I know that's true. A lot of the fans are women. But they get this, they've already paid for the ticket, but they get this other thing. Now, I imagine some of them are just going to throw it to the side. Believe it or not, yes. Maybe more than less. But the ones who do are going to read it and say, hey, I can go get an NFT, and hopefully it's not too hard to them to join Autograph, because that's the biggest obstacle to mainstream people, is if you make it one step too many, they're gonna stop. If you make it one thing too many, because I'm one of those. I'm the same way. That's why I won't join a site that won't take fiat, that won't take a credit card. I won't deal in crypto and wallets. I can't stand them. I mean, I like crypto, but I hate the wallets. Hate them. Don't trust them. Hate them. People use them all the time. So they're going to turn it in, and they're going to get this depending on the number of people. Now, just like with that comic book over at Disney on Veve, I can't nail down how many people turned in the promo. And I don't know what they're going to do with the leftovers, but here they're only going to mint the number that is turned in by this date. That's May 30th at 11 midnight. Okay. So if only 20 people turn in, the lucky 20 people who read it and did it will have a limited item of 20, if that's how many, but it could be up to 500. Okay. So even at 500, that's limited. So I hope they do it. I really do. Good for them. I'm not a ticket holder, so I'm out of that. In the mystery driver container are 33 different drivers numbered to 33. If you're on Veve, what would happen if something was numbered to 33? Minted. We'd go nuts. Absolutely nuts. But here it's just another day. So no matter which driver you get, and there's rookies in here too, you're going to get a very limited edition. But wait, that's not all. That's not all. And they're doing something down here. I don't know what that is. That's something to do with, I'll come back to that, but ignore that, because I'm going to show you, for those of us who got the mystery driver container, they're going to put, here's all the names of the drivers. I'll go real slow if you want to pause it. But you can, the ones with the Y are rookies, which I never thought of rookies in race car driving, but that might be a big deal. Okay, so there's some more rookies. There's Jimmy Johnson. See, I'd like to get Jimmy. I know who he is. I can't believe he's still driving. Maybe he's not. Maybe they're just got his name in there. That's how not a NASCAR fan I am. Okay, now, what utilities associated with the 500 collection? Okay, here we go. An Indianapolis 500 race-used piece of carbon fiber with a letter of authenticity from IndyCar. The carbon fiber will ride along with the drivers in the cockpit. Okay? For the Indianapolis 500, it will be from the race car of your mystery driver, container driver. These carbon fiber pieces will be stamped with the Indy 500 logo, car number, and numbered to 33. So not only are you going to get the this is for a $50 container. Not only are you going to get the limited to 33 driver, you're going to get a physical collectible. That's something I can go put on eBay, which you can also put NFTs on eBay too, I guess. But that's something that I can go to a NASCAR person and say, hey, look, this was in the car with Jimmy Johnson. There's only 33 of them. I got number 5. Do you want it? It's $50 because I want my money back. But seriously, that's incredible. This is what I want to see. That's why I'm excited about it. Is it the greatest thing ever? A piece of carbon fiber? No, I don't even know what really a carbon fiber is. But the thing I'm trying to say is I love what Draftkings and Autograph, they're all trying to do. And that is interact, make it utility, experimenting, making things limited, rewarding the people who do it. This is something at that price that is well worth to me. Again, not financial advice. I hope you do go get one. I think everybody who gets one of these is in the long term going to be very happy. Now, the celebrating 50 years, That's something to do with admission to 2020 Indianapolis 500 Carb Day experience. I don't know what that is, plus the guess. I think that's got to do with the ticket holders, but that one's definitely in the mystery box. So two things come out of that mystery box. You're going to get a driver number to 33, 1 through 33, and then you're going to get the physical carbon strip that's authenticated so you can prove it to people. It's not just going to be a strip they mail in an envelope. And here they even say, what is an NFT? Okay, non-fungible token. So yeah, guys, that is awesome. That is absolutely, I can't wait till Disney start. Again, they might never, but I'm pretty sure, to me, 100% they are. Uh, they proved that when they turned back on the utility for the DeLorean. Now, what's over here? This is the auction, okay? They're doing things like one-to-one, and the people who get these, it might take a while, but what DraftKings is going to do for the holder, now these are the holders that get these. They're going to get some incredible shit. I can only imagine. And again, I'm sorry about I keep saying that. There's only 200 of these. They're auctioning off every single one, 10 at a time, 8 at a time, over a 2-week period. They start at $500. They're only numbered at 200. But this is the Rainmakers. This is a fantasy football, which I think it's going to be very popular once people know that it exists. And I think these cards, you got the 20 different players that I talked about in the last video, and they're numbered at 10. So if you own this, when they drop the player, which is for free, after you got the Rainmaker, remember they got 5 different levels. Then whatever guy you get is numbered at 10. You're guaranteed a very, very rare NFT. And the pressure to buy it's going to be on it because you have to have it to build your fantasy football team, NFL. So I love what they're trying. Now, is it going to work? Are they going to have to change things? But sure, they're learning along the way. But absolutely love the utility that DraftKings is doing. All their stuff has utility, everything. And they've dropped a ton of free stuff to its holders. So here's this is the store, but here's what I want to show you. Okay, DraftKings. Let's click on DraftKings. All we're going to see is the DraftKings NFTs. Yes, they're doing their own NFTs. And you see how they're just all, just generic looking. I'm sure this is some kind of a artist who did it and probably famous, but it's still not 3D type stuff. Well, actually it is, because if you stay on it, it does. It's like a cartoon. But every single one of these NFTs has some kind of utility. Every single, and this is NBA stuff right here. They dropped these for free. All of them. All 4 of these. I got the 2 cheapest ones. The 681 and the 221. I don't know how they determined who got them or not, but this is going to have something to do with, so I'll be getting free horse racing entries. Hey, I'll go guess. I'll close my eyes, pick some names. If I win, I win. But horse racers will want these once they realize it. Once the average guy, which there's millions of them who bet on horse racing every year, realizes that if I got this NFT, I'm going to be able to get free entries every week. And that's a big deal. That's a very big deal. Then this one was dropped. Okay, that's the free one you can get if you join Discord. If you come and join DraftKings or Autograph, they're connected, so either way you can go. But if you go into the Discord and DraftKings, you qualify to get a free one of these. They got 7,500 of them. I don't know how many they've handed out, but you can buy it. Somebody's selling it for $75. But again, on July 7th, we're all going to get a free. Now these are numbered 325. Still very limited. These right here are numbered to 25, and that's to I think that's 100, and then that's 10. So that's going to be very limited stuff. But again, utility. Okay, here's the golf that DraftKings dropped. Again, this is I own some of these, so I got free entries into the golf game. And $25 a ticket is not a that's not a cheap game to get into. I never would have gotten into that. Then they got the college. This was actually right here. This and the rest of them were the very first DraftKings NFTs for the college basketball. I don't know how they came up, you know, I guess the time of year. I don't know. But no, it's March. That looks like Halloween stuff. So I don't know. Whatever they did, they did. This is the way they decided to go. These are one of ones, the golden ones. But again, all have utility if you hold them, if you buy them. Some of them are very cheap. But if you own this one, you'll probably get like, $2 entries, $5 entries type sets. I don't know. I've been getting them. I just joined them and I don't pay attention to where they came from. I should, but I'm getting them like every other night. So those are all the DraftKings. So that gives you an idea. Okay, so now let's go to the Metabilia. That's the name of it, Metabilia. And I'll tell you what, I'm kind of impressed with Metabilia's quality. They got some sharp looking NFTs. How come it's not going over? I don't know. It's frozen up. But anyway, let me see. Let me close this stuff. Maybe that will help. There we go. Here is the Metabilia. And they just started doing this on DraftKings. So this tells me that DraftKings is going to have a ton of companies. Remember how I said I could see DraftKings on Veve and vice versa? And maybe not. But it's the point I'm making is that this kind of platform will have more than one platform join them or expose themselves onto the. Let me see if I can get this to work. I don't know why it's running so slow. Yeah, here we go. So they could have 10 companies throwing their NFTs down here. I was on Curio today, and the Martian Mars attacks cards from the 1950s or 60s, they're from Topps. And Topps have their own platform that they dropped Bazooka Bubblegum on and stuff like that. But for some reason, they put that over on Curio. But look at these NFTs. They're very sharp, very nice looking. And then when you open them up, there's that. So I imagine if there's any utilities, these are going to be free baseball tickets. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't gotten any of these. I'm not a big baseball guy, and they came out at the wrong time. DraftKings been dropping a ton of stuff in the last month, just a ton of stuff. But again, look at all these, pretty nice and sharp. And then you got, of course, Autograph. And then the thing about Autograph, and I think these two, nothing is really licensed by any of the unions or the Players Association. So it's just, it's Tom Brady. Not Tom Brady in a New England's Patriots outfit or a Tampa Bay outfit. Awesome stuff. I love these right here. These are very nice, but like everything else, it's plummeted. I could get it a lot cheaper, about half price than what I paid for it. But look at that. That's a nice looking card. And that's the one of one autographed. That's going for $34,700. I don't blame that. That's definitely worth more than that. And there's another one. They did one for each of his Super Bowls. And then James Harden. These came out at 100. They're down to 25. But the way the beard, and then the one of one for him. I mean, we're the basketball fans, Top Shot fans. My God, there's only 2,000 of these. Where are they at? Tony Hawk. And these immortal statues they did for everybody. You got to put a set together, then you get one for free. But I get a lot of mixed reviews on them. These I think are beautiful. This is the champion. They came out with two. They came each. There was five of these, and each one auctioned off individually. Okay, and they only went for like $1,000, and there's only five of them. And then this one, there's 250. But the utility with this was, if you got this, if you won the auction, you also got front row seats to the fight at the end of this month, the big championship fight. I can't remember the names because I'm not a big boxing fan. But that's just a beautiful NFT. Absolutely beautiful. So now you got the tickets. You could sell the NFT, which I guess this guy is trying to do. And the tickets are probably easily worth a couple grand. Front row seats, maybe more. Maybe he might get 10 grand for those tickets. So it was definitely a good investment. But the question is, and I was reading this in Discord, are the future holders of this going to get additional tickets to fights? That's what's been thrown around. I don't know. That would be great if it was. That would be really cool. And are NFTs, are utilities coming out for these? We don't know. But anyway, it goes on and on. There's Tiger Woods. Where's all the Tiger Wood fans? You can come here and get some of the coolest NFTs of Tiger Wood for $11.99. And you know there's millions of Tiger Wood fans. He's got to be the most popular golf player in the world. But check this out. This is a really cool NFT. Look what it does. And they all do this, but they're all different holes. And then it goes up like that, and then you can see a picture of Tiger Woods in the grass. That is so cool. That's incredible. And and again, over time, this 11.99 could be 10,000. It could be 10,000 to get one of these. That's what we're all hoping for. But we might just be too early. Because once the fans do start pouring in, watch out. There's not enough. Maybe the later stuff there will be, but on the earlier stuff, there's not going to be enough to go around. Period. There's not even going to be enough to go around for the big pocket people. My prediction is there will be a 1,000 item NFT and 10,000 whales trying to buy it. There's not enough to go around. Okay. Anyway, that's it. I can't wait for Veve to Master Collector Program and the utilities. We all hope is coming. And at the end of the day, could they just be what they are and that's it? Sure, I guess. I don't think so. I do not think so. But we're just going to have to wait and see. So please like and subscribe. Join on any of the links below. It really helps me out. And have a nice night.